Hey there, lovely people. What's going on? Good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. 2:30 here in Dhaka. I have just done one video, and I thought I would just do that, but I feel like just one more video. Morning thoughts. Some people like this thing, and late night. There's no noise. Absolutely, absolutely love the peace of mind. Like late night. Just peaceful and quiet. Just absolutely love it. I'll hit the bed probably soon. I'm having a bad hair. I told you, like, it's a mess. I have to get it shaped. So I was wearing a hat, but anyway, I took it off. It's just getting too warm in here because Bangladesh, it's now summer. So I have done a affordable list of 13 fragrances. Please do check it out. But sorry, I don't want to talk about fragrance in this episode. I want to talk about one particular topic because when you mix up topics so much, you forget what you want to say initially. Today, I want to talk about friendship, friends. Okay, very very big word, very big term, very big meaningful relationship, you can say. So, who are friends? I want to talk about. You guys obviously know what friends are. You obviously watch the TV series Friends. I'll put a cover photo. Friends, why not? Okay, but I want to talk about a little bit of dark side of friendship. So-called friendship back in the days and nowadays social network days. Okay, back in the days, I'll start here. Back in the days when we were kids, we used to have friends like real life friends, okay? And I really take pride in when I say it because technology was not something we had in abundance. We had a TV, we had a VCR. Some of you do not know what VCRs are. VCD, like VCR, VCP, and then later DVD players, the VCD players, like these kind of things. And we used to have cassettes. So that time we used to read books, like 80s, 90s, 80s kids. I'm an 80s kid. And those times life used to be much more simpler. We didn't need an appointment to see our friends, and we didn't have phone. We used to have those, like, those cord phones, and like we have to like dial like this, and we just call our friend's house. We used to have 4-digit numbers, 4412, something like it, and we all remember. So we call and like, hey, you want to go play football? Okay, we'll want to play badminton. Sure, want to go play cricket match? Let's go. And we used to plan everything sitting in circles. Everything was like real in person. So I want to talk about like kind of like a evolution that we're noticing, and I'll just maybe make it a little bit long, the video. Please bear with me so you understand my sentiments. If you don't want to understand, no problem, you can leave the video, no problem. But we used to sit together, whatever. We didn't have always like good times. Sometimes we used to fight, like friends used to fight over, argument over, hey, you are cheating in the game, or you did this, you said this behind my back, or you disturbed that girl that I like, silly things. But I remember that we used to even have serious fights with friends that we didn't talk for 1 year or so. Then later we just shake, like one day, like, hey, forget about this. It's like we're friends. It's okay. Then sometimes some friends we never really talk to again. But every single communication or gesture was real. We used to go to our friend's house. We didn't need a permission. We just go and sit. Oh, you're having lunch? I just join in. No problem. Someone is having a Coke. Just take a sip. We used to be people like that. And people who remember from that era, people who remember how good times used to be. We used to have like 1 liter of Coke and we'd share it like 5-6 people after playing a cricket match. Keep saying cricket because cricket, we are one thing I am proud of is our cricket team. There are not many things I can say I'm very proud of, and it's happening. But brightness shines in our cricket team. Alhamdulillah, like by grace of God, our team sort of won against England T20 series, whitewashed them. Ireland, we won yesterday, the first ODI. Felt so good. That's why I'm wearing the t-shirt. I'm just so happy. And I just hope they keep playing like this and keep making us happy. When Bangladesh wins, I cannot explain to you how much happiness it makes. It sort of like gets inside me, how much it takes me away. It's just Bangladesh cricket is everything for me. And some people, they're annoyed, like, hey, you keep putting status. Hey, why are you really passionate about cricket? I'm like, yeah, I am. If you don't like, leave. So anyway, I was talking about this cricket because cricket is on almost like national sport, even though it's not. It's kabaddi. But anyway, so I was coming back to that. Back in the days, as opposed to how things changed. So there's this transition period from 90s, we went to 2000s, right? So 2000s, sort of like mobile phones started coming out. And I don't remember exactly which year, but I used to have this huge Motorola phone with that antenna like this big, like a brick. And that used to run out of charge like after every 15 minutes. You talk, one call, boom, whole charge is gone from 4 to 0. And then I used to have to, carry the charger around. But even then, we used to type messages, SMS, short messages, and then we didn't have internet at that time. Later, that phone started becoming smarter. Nokia brought some, big screen, like not smartphone yet, but digital display and then much bigger screen. And then from camera, we moved from this era to that era. So we face all those eras. We used to have a Walkman, then we used to have like this cassettes with this, those batteries. So what happened with the smartphone was, until one phase, like we could follow, like our generation could follow. Even for me, I can speak. I used to be up to date. But what happened? Certain thing happened from high five, tagged high five, then Facebook. After Facebook, certain while people started using iPhones, and then super expensive. These are like unbelievable expensive. Back in the days, Nokia's 3650 or 3310. These are like you can save up and buy. But then when iPhone came, you really had to be rich. No one can use iPhone, just any ordinary people. And what happened was people started having this thing like, I have internet in my phone, do you have it? So if you had a cheaper phone, we would feel bad, like, oh, okay, we have a Sony Ericsson, he has like iPhone. And some of our friends used to really brag. And then we used to brag back, I got a car, and then he just an iPhone. I'm like, hey, you need a lift? And just joking. Anyway, so thing is, like, I just noticed, life became so fast. In Malaysia, I was there at that time. I used to travel. I couldn't follow what's happening with the technology. People talk about cryptocurrency. This, I don't have any clue. I just feel like my life just stopped. I stopped watching English films. I don't know who are the actors anymore. I stopped watching Spider-Man because, Toby was the guy I used to follow. Superman, nowadays everything is just too much character, too advanced, but there's no real story. And I don't feel, at least, like I want to watch. Everything is like showed in previews. Back in the days, they used to show like a 30 seconds preview of the film trailer, and we'd be like, I have to go watch that film. We used to go buy tickets. We used to go with our friends, popcorn, everything, drive late night, park, and then go. Even Hindi films, first day, first show. And there was this time, Nowadays, you see the movies, in Bollywood. Absolutely don't want to speak about it, but it's just how much they reveal, how much songs, catchy, dancing, who's wearing a bikini, and, Shah Rukh Khan, the name. But the essence, if those people from India knows this film called Swadesh, that film made me cry. Tare Zameen Par made me cry. Used to feel these films. So I'm coming back to friendships. After a while, we lost connection. Everything was on phone. Okay, people on Facebook. Hey, what did you like? Did you react? Haha, or love this? Everybody post a picture. They leave on web. You guys know this, right? And what happens is it opens up very risky sort of windows. Okay, one of the windows risk is that room for there's so much room for misunderstanding, because when you're talking face to face, you can see facial expressions, so you can see what people mean. If it's a joke, it's a joke. If it's serious, it's serious matter. But on net, you cannot tell. If someone say put a haha on your status, sometimes you might think, what a d-bag, like he's just making fun of me, but actually he found your status funny, right? You wouldn't know. Sometimes you just misunderstand. Another risk is you make a lot of friends who are strangers. You meet them, and if you're naive, if you're a nice guy or a simple guy, you believe people very fast, and you make friendships so fast. You make these mistakes, believe people fast, make friends so fast, fall in love so fast. How do you do this? I was guilty of it. Many of you are. And then you regretted it later, right? Many people sort of like backstabbed you, took favors from you, then they harmed you, right? There are people like that. And it's true. Back in the days, people would be ungrateful. Nowadays, people are just like harming you when you help them the most. And I don't know how that science works, but people do. I never harm some people. They'll just badmouth about me in different places. This is their nature. And I understood why it happened, The main problem is we are making friends too fast, You can never, ever make friends so fast. Do you know why? Because to be able to become friends, you have to know a person for a number of years, like certain period of time, work with a colleague, so you get to see, observe them from close. What does he do? What kind of lunch he brings, or how does he treat you as a coworker, or does he keep his word? Very important. Some people do not keep their word. I understand one thing. We're far from perfection. We all are faulty, and nobody actually admits it, like, hey, I have this fault, I lie a lot. We do that, and I have so many faults, but I am very proud of at least few things of mine. I try to keep my commitment. Rain or storm or whatever, I have to deliver whatever was ordered. People pay me. I try to deliver. With my like utmost how to say sincerity, I try to do my work because I want to earn it. I want to do, we say halal earning, like I try not to cheat people. Okay, let's say someone gave me money, and then I know some people, they take the money and they disappear. Okay, this is happening a lot in my country. I don't know about your country. Like there are a lot of scams. Like let's say there's a bird group. I watched let me give you real life examples. I'm into birds. I like birds. I have few like lovebirds, I have cockatiel, I have few birds. And I really take care of them. First thing in the morning before I have coffee or freshen up, I feed them, I change their water, give them food, and then the veggies, whatever they need. So I have this love for birds. Whenever I see something pretty, I do not even like do bargaining. I just say, okay, give it to me. If I like the price, I take it. Some people make you pay $800 or $1,000, okay, for expensive birds. There are expensive birds. And they take the money and you give them like, oh, these are reputed sellers. Everybody seems to know them. They just take the money and block you, right? And this is what it's it's a ripple effect. This is how people's trust issues are coming, and people are hating others. People are losing faith in humanity. People do not trust anybody. People just have so much bad experience. They have been cheated, they have been robbed of, or they had been lied to. And some of your so-called friends, nowadays I'll tell you what I do. I do not keep that many friends no more, because watching people who are trying to get friends faster, it really scares me. What my past taught me is that lesser friends you have, you're gonna be at more peace, peace of mind, And I know so many of my brothers from my fragrance community from States, UK. I share a lot of stories. I have a lot of my friends. I'm not gonna name them. We go through stuff in our real life from our professional life, and we share it, and it's actually very disturbing how everywhere in the world people are becoming like this. They just hate on you for no good reason. You're doing good work, they hate on you. You getting popularity, they hate on you. They talk behind your back, but in front they are such sweethearts. They say, yeah, you are the mate, you are the homie, bro, you are my bro. And then those bros are going to some other groups and then talking bad about you. I'm not going to use slang words because this is Facebook. This is YouTube. We have policies, but it gets very frustrating. The more frustrating reason is you actually trusted them and you feel like a fool. Okay, you feel like a fool because you trusted them. You're a good person, but you feel like, I'm such a fool. You don't realize it's actually you're a good person, that you trusted these people and you're very naive and you're very nice. But actually, instead, if you're an evil person and you use them like they use others, then there's no difference between them and you. Okay, so I would say do not change. I just talked to a brother yesterday. He's one of the more popular YouTubers on fragrances. We are supposed to be live, but my setup is not good, so I'm not committing. But when I heard his story, I thought he was very happy and everything. Then when he said it's so toxic, brother, like he would know who he is. I really like his work. And he said, bro, I couldn't believe how people are so toxic. They're just talking bad about my brand, upcoming brand, and they're just hating on me. And these are people who are well established, and I couldn't take it. I said, bro, there's just one greater power than everybody else. Just believe in it. We have to believe in certain thing, and we have to believe in one thing, that you have to be able to be no you have to be able you have to be a good person, good soul. There's just no alternative. Today you think you're smart, you're young, and you can fool others, you can just make fun of others, you can just put someone down, you badmouth about them. One day your wisdom will hit you, and life will make you regret, when you hurt someone with purpose. There's a huge difference between a mistake and a crime. If you hate on someone and you hurt someone purposely, that's a crime. And when you do not understand, you just ha ha ha, you're just immature. And you realize and you say sorry, people will forgive you, God will forgive you. But there are certain people whose life's main goal is to hurt others. Okay, they are not good for anything. They know it. They talk so much about themselves. Look at, I'm the best. I am this, I'm the best. Actually, in reality, they are not. They know it very well. Everybody else knows it, but they laugh behind their back, right? So I focus. You'll never ever see me like I am. Some people say you're struggling to get your 100,000. You must be sad. It must hurt you. It does. But I never want to opt for that. Hey, I'm doing this giveaway. I'm giving you credits, Aventus. I can actually. And I can say, get ways to get me 100,000 so I can get my silver play button. I can get so much more income. But I say, Alhamdulillah. God is giving me so much more than I ever imagined. Man, I couldn't imagine I would buy a car, like with my own income someday. And even though it's not a very expensive car, but again, God knows best. I'm so happy. I struggle with life. Definitely, I have so many difficulties. I have a lot of people who are always trying to hurt me and everything. But I keep doing my work every day in, day out. Because I realized people are not worth it. My work is, my destination is, my dream is. Okay? So keep focus. Stay focused. Do not worry about friends coming and going. You don't need. Most of the people are not even your real friends. Okay? And I'll just say, like 50 Cent's movie, right? Get rich or die trying. He said, don't show love, love will get you killed. It's not true in every sense, but on bigger aspect, bigger perspective, You'll see in real life, more you love, more you regret. So better keep intact and give love to people who are really worth it, who are really loyal to you, who are really well wishers. They are kind to you. They have been there when you're struggling times. Who you when you're nothing, they helped you with $5. Show them those love. Do not show love to people you think they're gonna give you a raise or give you a job. Nobody does anything for you. Nobody does anything at all. I noticed it. I work so hard. I think like in Bangladesh, I'm already, like well known. Big brands will come up. Some of them did, but I used to think like they would offer me a job or something. Like if I stayed in States, I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty positive I would get recognition or sponsorship from Fragrance X, this and that. But that didn't happen in my country. I didn't give up. For me, 100,000, it's when I'm supposed to get it. If I do get it, I'll get it. If I don't deserve it, I will not get it. Okay, so keeping it real. So I'll say end with this point when I was talking about friends. Do not be in a rush. Okay, I'll wrap it up. Do not be in a rush to make friends. People who come and try to be so nice to you and praise you so much and it makes you so happy, you are the biggest fool in the world, man. I do not buy this kind of like, wow, you're a legend, this and that, I'm a big fan. These are the lines I heard so many times, and I've seen what people do after saying those lines. They come to you to get certain things. When they do not get it, then they show their real face. That's how you know they are too cheap of people to be called friends or fans. People who follow you, they are not always fans. They are obsessed with you, but they are also your haters. Remember that, and then tell yourself, do not engage, do not have anything common with them. Just move away. It will hurt a bit, at first, like, oh, it hurts me. I'm a good person. Why people are doing this to me? But then when you move away slowly and you watch them later, they will regret. I have seen many people suffering when they hurt others, okay? And when you move away from them, you find yourself at such a peaceful state. You're just so happy to be doing your work, and you're, like, not loneliness. Being alone will keep you happy. It will definitely make you so happy that you have whole day by yourself. No one comes up and get information from you as a spy, and then you treat them for coffee, lunch, and these same people are bad mouthing about you or spying you or passing information to your haters or enemies. When you don't have such people who are backstabbing you in your life, at first it will be horrible. You will be a bit embarrassed, but then if you can manage, like we say in Bangladesh, do not do business with partners, okay? Do it alone. Because moment they see money, they will go after you. Money is such an evil thing in a way, because we make it evil, right? So we'll talk about money some other day, but I just want to talk about friends. Don't expect anything from people. If you want to be nice to people, do it without any hopes, okay? If they treat you bad, forget about it, move on. Life is too short to worry about these things. Have a nice day. Thanks for watching. Love you all and take care. Bye-bye.